Hello everybody, welcome back. Today I have an idea for you on how you can use up your pieces of scrap pretty papers. So today we're going to be making these very beautiful bookmarks. Now I know we live in a world of audiobooks and Kindles, but there are still people, me included, who just cannot beat a good book. I love the feel of the books, I love turning the pages, I love the smell of the pages. I might be quite weird, but I'm not the only one out there. And I also think these are great for Happy Mail, for pen pal letters. If you do pen paling, they fit in an envelope and will post easily. And what I'm going to use these for personally is I'm going to take these to a craft fair later this year and I'm going to sell them, or attempt to. Might not sell, might sell, who knows. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do. But this is really quick and easy to do, but it is also highly addictive. So I'm just going to warn you now. So before we get started, if you're not already subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button because it really helps my channel grow and reach more people. And if you enjoyed today's video, please leave it a big thumbs up. So you can use whatever you've got. I'm using up my scraps and I just happen to be using House Coupledish papers at the moment because, let's face it, I'm a huge House Coupledish fan and they are always to hand. My Craft Consortium house papers are always nearby. So these two were made using Polar Playtime. This one actually isn't a House Coupledish one, but it is still Craft Consortium. And this, how beautiful is this? I'm sorry, I am going to use this side as well. I just think it's a bit different. These ones are matte, but I think that's really good fun. So just bring in a trimmer. There's not much cutting and scoring to these at all. And I am going to show you how to make the tassels as well. So the first thing we're going to do is cut a piece of 12 by 12 scrap to 2 inches. Okay, and then all you're going to do is turn it, put it on the 6-inch mark of your scoreboard and score at 6 inches. And that's all there is to it to make the bookmark, really. Then what we're going to do is we're going to grab a corner rounder and we're going to round off the corners of the bookmark. And then we're also going to round off the top ones. Then we're going to open it up and we're going to bring in some double-sided tape, and on one half we are going to put double-sided tape the length of the bottom half. So then peel the release papers off, line it all up and seal it up. Give it a press. Okay, and then choose which side you want to be the front. Grab in a punch tool, so you want something to make a hole, and then we're going to find the center. So this is 2 inches, so I don't know if you can see, there you go. If I put it between the 6 and the 8, and then I know 7 is halfway, so I just stay on that line all the way to the top, and that's where I'm going to make my hole, just below the sealed line, but on the 7-inch line, so it's in the center. There we go. And then I've got these are just hole reinforcers. These ones are clear, so I could colour these with alcohol markers, but I actually think they look okay just placed on. So I'm going to take 2 off of here. I'm going to place 1 over the front hole. Press it down. Then I'll flip it over and do the same on the back. So now we just need a tassel. So I have 3 over here that I had already made, which would work, but let's make one together. So here I have a bag of embroidery threads. These belonged to my mum, and when I cleared her house out, I got not only these, there's a whole box of these downstairs. So I was really looking for ways to use these up, because I don't do embroidery. I can spot this, that looks red, so we might try that. There's not much on that one. And that's kind of how I stumbled across making bookmarks, really. It was to use up these embroidery threads. That's quite nice. It's like an orangey red. We'll use that one. Okay, so that's kind of how this whole idea came to fruition in the first place. You can buy tassels, you can buy them in haberdashery shops, you can buy them online, but as I said, I wanted to use up the embroidery threads of my mum's, so that's what I'm doing. I also have her very sharp dressmaking scissors. So the first thing I need to do is I need to pull out 2 lengths from this, if I can find an end. There we go. And it needs to be double the length of this. So let's go. That's a little bit more than double, so I'm going to trim that about there. So now I need to do another one. That's 1. That should be 2. Yep, that's fine. So that's double again. Okay, so this one we're going to set off to the side over here, and we're going to start with this one. So what we're going to do, we are going to double it over on itself, line up the ends, and then we're going to make a little loop at the top, and we're going to tie it off. Now these ones, my loop was 2 inches, but I think that's a little bit too much. But just for uniformity, or whatever the word is, I'm going to do 2 inches again. So I've measured 2 inches on my board here, and I'm just going to knot it now and pull it through. Okay, there we go. Yes, that's about a 2-inch knot. So now we're going to grab the embroidery thread. We're going to take it out the sleeve, but you want to keep the sleeve because we're going to want this later. Double the thread over till you find the middle. So both ends are lined up. There's the middle. And then we're going to lay the middle over the knot, so make sure your ends are splayed out like so. Put the knot on the middle and then tie this in a double knot. Don't let this one from the back, don't let the loop get involved, because we're going to want that loop in a second. So keep that out of the way. It's a bit tricky to do this when you're filming, because you can't get right over the top of it. Okay, so your ends should now be the same length as your twine. Grab hold of this loop let the ends dangle and pull on this loop like so. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to thread this back inside this sleeve. It will go, it just takes a little bit of doing. And then you want to pull this through till there's about 3/4 of an inch showing at the top here. You can measure it on your board if it's easier. So there you go, that's 3/4 of an inch. And then we're going to grab this one here. We're going to put it up next to this one. And we're going to double it over. So this end goes next to the bottom. Bring it up to this loop. Twirl it over. So you've got a loop, and then you need a short end and a long end. So keep in hold of your loop. Okay. You're then going to pick up your tassel and hold the loop upside down near the top of the sleeve. Then you're going to use the long end, so let the short end dangle up to the other loop, and then you want to wind this bit around the thread. You're going to go clockwise 5 times and kind of downwards. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pulling it quite tight. So then you have the bottom of your loop here, which you're going to thread the remainder of your long piece through like that. Don't put it too tight. Grab this loop, this string, and then pull up until the little knot that's just there disappears under the winding you've just done. There we go. Then you need to grab a needle. So I have this one with a really big eye on it, and we're going to thread this through. Okay, so again, this bit we've threaded through the needle is the short end. We're going to take this and we're going to go under the top knot here and pull that through. And then you're going to go down behind the binding bit that you've just done on this side. You're probably going to want to take the sleeve off again. Keep the sleeve, we'll use it in a second. Pull that through. Take it off the needle. Okay, pull that quite tight. Okay, so you can see it's starting to take shape. So you can put it around a bit if you need to, get it how you want it. The last step is to put it back in the sleeve. So again, thread it through. I will link the video that I saw on how to make these in the description box in case anything's not quite clear enough in this section. I forget the lady's name, but yeah, I've just followed what she said. Go all the way to the bottom, like so. Get it nice and even, and then use really sharp scissors to cut off the remaining bit. And then I just even it up because you can kind of see where it's not even and where it needs an extra trim. Then slide your sleeve off. And you have a beautiful tassel. which we can now thread straight in your bookmark. Through there. Pop it through there. Pull. And you're done. So that's a super quick and easy way of how you can use up your scrap pieces of pretty cardstock and make some very pretty tassels as well. If you've got embroidery thread or something sitting around at home, it would probably work with wool, I would assume, as well. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you like this idea? Are you going to give it a go? Now you don't need to stop here. You could personalise these. You could add gems, you could add embellishments, you could add names, you could add die cuts. There's so much you could do to these, but I'm going to leave mine pretty simple because I am going to, as I said, take them to a craft fair and attempt to sell them off. But I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. I hope it's made sense and is easy to follow along to. Please do let me know if you have a go. Thank you so much for watching today. I really appreciate everyone who takes the time out of their day to come and watch my videos. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please do hit the red subscribe button. It does help my channel grow and reach more people. And if you've enjoyed today's video, please leave it a big thumbs up. I will be back soon with more videos, but until next time, thank you so much for watching. Take really good care and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.